Hello guys, welcome to my shop. And today I'm not going to make any project because today I want to review a tool. It's actually this bandsaw. This I'm going to review. This is DIY bandsaw. It's actually my friend built it for me. So actually I asked my friend to build the basic structure for this bandsaw, just the structure, the main structure of this bandsaw. So I will show you how this bandsaw works and the functionality this bandsaw has. So let's go. Okay, my friend who built this bandsaw is actually, he is a builder. He's a tool fabricator. So he built a lot of tools out of wood. Mostly it's a plywood. Like you can see in this bandsaw, it's 90% is plywood, but it's strong and stable. Okay, the first is this the switch, and I use this self-locking push button. So and I use a speed controller for this. This is actually a cheap speed controller. Okay, I will show you how to build and to wiring this push button and speed controller on another video. The next part is this. This is a DC motor. They have a lot of variation for this motor. You can choose from half horsepower until 3 horsepower for this treadmill motor. And for this bandsaw, I will use 2.5 horsepower. That is more than enough. And this is the important part of this bandsaw build. So this is the tension mechanism and tracking wheel mechanism. For this mechanism, it's actually all the same. The factory made or the DIY, they always put this in the back of this top wheel. After you adjust the tension, and after that just run this bandsaw, and while it's running you can adjust the tilting, the tracking wheel, sorry, because you have to align the blade. Okay, later I will show you what makes this bandsaw, this DIY bandsaw, is different than the other bandsaw. Okay, now I'm going to we're going to test this this bandsaw for the vibration, and I'm going to use this drill bit as my indicator. So this is going to be my vibration indicator. If this drill bit is wobbling or even is collapsed, so this bandsaw is not going to pass the test cut. I will say this is fail, so we're going to try. If this bandsaw have the big vibration or a terrible vibration, it's going to be I'm going to be balancing the wheel again, but I hope it's not. Finger crossed. Okay, we're going to check the vibration for this bandsaw, because that is the crucial, whether this bandsaw is good enough or the bad for the cut quality. I think this bandsaw is already passed the test, the vibration test. Is so stable. So that means is the wheel for this bandsaw, the upper wheel and the bottom wheel is already been balanced, and look, this is a very good balance. Next I'm going to check the blade stability. So I need this blade to stay still on one line just it's not making any vibration. So in that case, if this blade is on one line, it's not moving around, it's making just stable, it's going to make a good quality cut of this bandsaw. Okay, this blade is lined up perfectly, no vibration also, and the blade is running in one line, it's not moving side to side, it's going to be stable. Okay, I'm going to make a cut with this wood block, and let me check. This is 14.5 centimeters or 145 millimeter width. So I'm going to cut in this direction with the free hands. Okay, what I'm looking for with this test cut is consistency. So I need this bandsaw to have a consistent cut, and it's not making the wave cut. So this work object should be cut evenly from the top until the bottom of this wood block. You can see here, this is very smooth surface, and it has a consistent cut. So you can see the width of the cut is consistent. There is no like a waving cut. No, it's just consistent cut, and that is good. And we're going to check the under of this cut. It is the same consistency. I can see this is the consistency. So the blade is straight. Okay, this bandsaw is straight and stable. The blade is stable because I made this test because a lot of bandsaw have making the wave cut. So the upper cut, the top cut, we can straight with the line of the cut line, but the bottom they have waving. Okay guys, after test cut and the vibration test is already done, this bandsaw is passed the quality test, and no question asked. So this bandsaw is have the quality cut. You can see the smoothness and consistency is good. So the next step, I'm going to show you that the different this bandsaw with the other bandsaw. It's one function is different. Okay, from this shape you already know what the difference with between the original bandsaw or the other bandsaw. You can see the tilting 45 degrees is this bandsaw. Tilting the blade is not the table. So, but there is pro and cons about this system. I will show you later. Now I want to cut this angle cut with following this line. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, like you can see, it's a little bit hard to make a consistent cut with this angle. So I just don't push it straight enough. So it's not the blade fault, it's not the table fault, it's my fault. I am not consistent to push in the one line, one direction. So you can see that my line is just like maybe if you try to cut the angle cut like this, you need to have a fence to guide the line. And now let me try using a fence to cut this angle cut. Okay, so now already set my guide fence, and let's try to cut the angle with this fence. So the cut with the guide fence, it's more consistent and not like this one. This is like a zigzag, but this is more consistent. So it still have a waving cut because this wood is not straight enough. So you can see that's why I make a little wave in here, because this wood is not straight with not parallel with this fence, so I still have a wobbling. So that's why my cut is still waving. But overall, with the fence, you can have the straight and consistent cut. Okay guys, now we know what is the best bandsaw that I want to use. Actually, I love using this system because the table is stay horizontal. So when you moving your object, you need just to push and to follow the guideline. So, but in the common bandsaw, the factory bandsaw, the blade is on vertical position, but the table you're going to tilt the angle. So in that case, you have to hold the object not falling down, and you also going to follow the guideline, and you have a double job. You hold your object not going to fall, and you have to maintain your object is following the line of the cut. So that is the pro about this build, but the cons is only one. To set up this position, you need more setup than the common bandsaw, the factory bandsaw, because you have to tilting the blade. So there is a lot mechanism that you have to set up, like this table. In this position, the blade is going to shift. When you're on the vertical position, the blade is on this position. So when this blade is tilting on the angle, the blade had to be shift in here. So what you're gonna do is you're going to shift this table, because this table has a locking mechanism. This is the M6 bolt. This is the locking mechanism. So you just loose this bolt and you slide this table, so you can have alignment this insert blade on this position. So when this tilting, the blade is going to shift right here. Now you can see the table, we can just slide like this and like this. After you move your top table a little bit until hit this blade cover, the next step is we're going to remove one of these the bottom blade guide. So after moving the top table, you're just going to remove this side of this blade guide, this roller. We're going to remove and just release just like so. It's already released. Now you can tilt your blade. Okay, after releasing one of the blade guide, the next step is we're going to lose this setup. This is the locking mechanism for this frame, so you can tilt the blade, also tilting the frame. Okay, after the blade is already tilting with the angle you want, so the next step is going to insert this insert blade, and you have to line up the insert plate. Okay, maybe just a little. After that, just tighten this nut to make sure the top table is stay on place and not moving. So that's all, guys, for this reviewing this DIY bandsaw. If you are interested with this build, I give you the link for the guys who build this, and maybe you're interested, you can call him on the private message. And but if you want me to build this, just leave a comment below, and maybe someday I will build this another bandsaw for me, maybe a bigger one with a different system with this. I don't know, just okay, thank you for watching, and see you on my next project.